of late. We've seen the stock has surged close to around 30% just in the last 15 days or so. What's working for the company? We're currently joined by Mr. Manish Sarda, the director of Sarda Energy, in our studio. Hi, Manish. Thanks so much for coming down to our studio, sir.
Hi.
First things first, ferroalloy prices have been moving higher. You produce, I think, ferromanganese as well as the silicomanganese. So
Correct.
Those prices have moved up. Give us a sense. What's the price increase if I compare it on a quarter-to-quarter basis? And also, could you tell us raw material prices as well have moved higher? That's coke, manganese, ore prices as well.
Yeah.
So the output, what's the price increase there, as well as the raw material price increase?
The ferroalloy prices have moved up from August. If we see the 45,000 benchmark at that point has moved down to 51,000 rupees today.
Okay.
Manganese ore prices have moved up to 15%.
Okay.
And we are seeing another 10% increase, which is going to come on the 1st of October. So we'll see a composite increase of 25% on manganese ore prices. Coke prices have moved up very sharply from $140 to $190. So ferromanganese and silicomanganese both will be moving up in the next 10 days or so.
Okay.
And I think the pricing that we'll be seeing at 56,000 rupees per ton.
All right.
So we'll have to move according to the raw material prices, Nigel. And the important thing is that we are looking at some good demand which is coming up.
Okay.
The monsoons are getting over, and we hope to see that the steel demand is going to pick up very soon.
All right. So you're saying that the price increase has been backed by demand. So that's a good thing. It's not because of lack of availability or something on that front.
No, I think there is a bit of demand pickup which we are seeing in sponge as well as pellet also. And scrap prices have moved up. Globally, they have come to $220, $230 for shredded scrap. We have seen sponge iron prices move up by 10%. We have seen the pellet prices, which has moved in the last 20 days by 500 rupees. So that is also a 10% increase.
Move. Okay.
Iron ore apparently has also become a little stronger on the international market. So we are seeing an overall growth spiral which is coming around slowly. But I hope that the steel markets are going to recover very soon now.
Right. So on a sequential basis, if I have to put it, ferroalloy prices are up by around 10% on a sequential basis.
Agreed.
10%, but manganese prices have increased by around 15%.
Correct.
All right. So what does it mean in terms of margins then? Do you have some kind of low-cost inventory? Will your margins expand going ahead? I'm talking only about the ferroalloys business first.
For the ferroalloys business, yes, there will be a spike in terms of pricing on both alloy as well as ore. We really have to see what the ore pricing will come around on the 1st of October from oil as well as international indexes.
All right.
But there will be some pressure on the margins. But I think there will be a little improved situation than the previous months.
Okay. So
because we are seeing a bit of demand which is coming up internationally also and domestically as well.
All right. So demand is king then. If demand's backing your output, then that's a good news. But steel prices, you were telling us, you produce longs, I think, primarily.
Yes.
So those prices have moved up by how much on a sequential basis?
6 to 7% compared to, the last month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And iron ore prices, I believe that there are some private miners that have increased prices in the last 1 month or so. 100, 150 rupee
100 rupees has been the increase last month.
Okay.
And mostly, I think they are going to not increase the prices any further because that will again put the pressure back on the margins.
All right. All right. Manish, just a quick question. For producing ferroalloys, you require coke. Now, I track various other sectors that use coke as well, but they're talking about substituting it with coal. Is that possible in ferroalloys business, or do you think that the coke component has to stay? Maybe it can be reduced.
Normally, 25% can be substituted by anthracite coal or by high-grade coal from South Africa and Australia.
Okay.
But primarily in the manganese business, you can reduce it up to 30-35%. On the chrome side, you can reduce it up to 25%. But I think on the blast furnace side, those people will have a bit of a trouble because the coke price have spiraled. I mean, the met coal price have gone to $220 odd
from around 100
and coke prices have gone from $140 to $190.
Right.
So they'll be feeling a bit of a pressure. But sponge, pellet, all these other intermediaries, scrap, they look good.
All right.
There'll be a little bit of pressure on the long products. But I think overall, if you ask me, compared to the previous months, the demand looks to be good. So everything should turn around a bit and the margins would be a little better compared to the previous months.
All right, that's a 3-month chart, Manish, of your stock. There's been plenty of interest. It's up 90% in 3 months, okay? So our viewers, your investors, they want to know, tell us what exactly is the guidelines for this year. Last year, I think on a consolidated basis, you did roughly around 1,500 crores. You're saying that demand has come back, so will margins improve from last year? It blended of around 13.5%. And also, what is your bottom line going to look? The eager investors are waiting out there.
Basically, I think the top line should look better if we look at the demand which is going to be there.
Yeah.
And I think in the short term, the demand looks to be good. But again, we have to see how China plays out their game in the steel business. Because China, when they start buying up, they make everything expensive for the rest of the world, and their end product becomes cheaper because of the sheer buying capacity that they have. For our company, I can say that we are looking good at the moment.
Yeah.
And honestly, the bottom line would be directly proportionate to the raw material price increase which comes in.
Okay.
So we have to wait for some time to understand what exactly is going to happen in the raw material sector, because we normally see that the miners increase the prices really fast compared to the end product.
All right. All right, Manish. Thanks so much for joining by, in fact, giving us the sense. So demand's picking up. That's good news from an economy's point of view as well. But raw material prices as well have been moving up. We'll slip into a short